Hey everyone, happy November. Kind of crazy that it is November, but happy November. Today's very exciting for you because you're going to hear a little bit from all of us. So it is your lucky day. So first, I'm going to talk about a medical emergency. Today I'm going to talk about hypoglycemia. It is low blood sugar. It shows itself as basically being hangry, being nervous, being anxious, being sweaty, dizzy, sort of anything like that. The treatment for hypoglycemia, low sugar, is sugar. You only want to give someone sugar through their mouth if they are conscious, right? So if you have someone that is unconscious, you're just calling 911. You're not giving them anything, even like a gel or something. You're not. So if you have somebody conscious, you want to give them 15 to 20 grams of the glucotabs, which is like those, like they kind of look like Tums, like the little tubes of you know, glucose tablets. Or if you have that toothpaste looking thing, you're going to give at least one of those. It says 1.5 to 2 is kind of a full dose of that, but at least one entire tube. And according to Adam, it is scrumptious. So if somebody has low blood sugar, you can give them some glucose if they are conscious. If you know the person's diabetic, you really, as always, you want to pregame, you want to plan ahead, have them take their blood sugar, find out what their symptoms are, if they have low blood sugar, what they do, that kind of stuff, so that it doesn't happen. It could happen too with a really lengthy appointment, with someone that's older, with someone that's really thin, with someone that hasn't eaten, a sedation patient, with someone that, didn't eat, for however many hours before the sedation. So it could be somebody that's not diabetic. It could be sort of anyone. So if someone has low blood sugar, you want to give them sugar. If they become unconscious, 911. If after 15 minutes, if you test their blood sugar and it's still less than 70, 911. If they have a seizure, 911, because obviously hypoglycemia symptoms are very similar to others and can mimic other things. So the basic thing about hypoglycemia is to try to give someone sugar. If you notice that they all of a sudden they're back to how they should be, great, continue on what you're doing, you're all set. If anything is not, call 911. Okay, part 2. Russell is up.
Hi, everyone. This is Russell. I just want to talk about 2 items that are portal related. The first is at the beginning of October, we sent to everyone an update on how they were doing on the portal. And as I've explained to many of you, it was not a judgment. It was merely a reflection of activity on the portal. So if something was red or blank, it's just that it wasn't there or we couldn't see it. And the reason why we care so much about that is, our job is to make sure that you're compliant with all the rules. But we can't do that if we can't see what you're doing. If it doesn't, and we always say this, if it doesn't, it's not in writing and we can't see it, it didn't happen. So we're trying to get a good record keeping platform so we can prove to you and ourselves that you've done everything you need to under the rules. So if we are sort of following up and demanding those documents, it's because we're trying to protect you. And we're also trying to assess adequately that you, in fact, have done everything that the rules require. So we've had great conversations with many of you. I know the report, on its face may not be so obvious. So we really want you to call us to talk about it. Let's talk about what's to do in the next couple of months. If there's any questions, we can address it then. You've done a lot, and I think that's also something that goes unnoticed or isn't said, but anything you're doing on there, you're doing much more than many of your peers in the industry. So I want to give you kudos. I know this isn't your day job, so to speak, and obviously that comes first, but this stuff is important and it comes up. So for example, you may need to produce records, and that really gets to my second point. I'm going to bring up a little diagram here, which I'll make available on the portal as well. Oftentimes people ask us, where can I find this on the portal, or where can I find that? And what this chart shows you is whether you're using the desktop application connectteam.com or you're using the kiosk app on your phone or an iPad, there's a great search function. And that's where we really encourage you to go. And a couple of examples here, what you would search if you're looking for policies and procedures. For example, many of you get random inspections from the radiation department and they ask you for the radiation policy. So you can find it quickly by typing in that in the search. You can find other things in the search, as I've mentioned here. Pretty much anything you're looking for, just type the first word and something related will come up. But if you can't find it at all, we do want you to reach out to us. So another example, you have some regulator in your space. They come in, they're looking for things and you still can't find it. Don't wait till after they leave to call us. Pick up the phone and call us while they're there. And we can have you find the document quickly or get it for you so you can give it to the inspector. It'll make you look much better. So please do use us. The portal's a tool, but we're the service, but we want to make it easy for you. So the portal makes it easy through the search, but please come to us if you can't find something and you need it. Finally, I'm going to turn it over to Adam, who's going to talk to you about the attendance forms.
Sometimes you just have to stop and smell the artisanal pumpkin spice candle. Hi, everyone. This is Adam from Dental Office Compliance. Today, I'm here to talk to you about one of the features of the portal that I want everybody to understand the importance of. So we're going to go over the training attendance form. So as Lisa has probably told all of you at least 3 times, if not more, if you don't document something, it didn't happen. As far as the board is concerned, if you don't have proof that something occurred, it did not occur. The boards are not trusting organizations. So one of our biggest goals is to make sure that all the trainings you do are documented appropriately so that if it ever comes up, you have proof of that. So in the portal, we have a training attendance form that can be used to document any sort of training you do. One of the biggest features of it is that you're going to use it after every monthly safety meeting to document that you watched it, because those monthly safety meetings not only are hilarious and happen to star some of the best side characters you've ever seen, like me, they also cover some of the trainings that OSHA, HIPAA, state boards, and the CDC want you to go over annually. So having proof that you did that is very important. So if you'll direct your attention to the portal, this should look pretty familiar to all of you. If it doesn't, we've got bigger things to go over. So as we're looking at this October video, because this is the November video, so it's not up yet. At the end, we ask you to please watch the video and fill out the training attendance form. So if you copy and paste training attendance form into the search bar, it's going to lead you to this very general training form. So you're going to put in the date of the training and the topic. So I know that as soon as this video is over, you're all going to stop, drop, and roll on over to this training attendance form to document the fact that you learned all about hypoglycemia. So we're going to say, yeah, we did a training on medical emergencies. We discussed hypoglycemia. That's so embarrassing. In addition, if you talk about other things, or if we talk about other things in the training, you can document that as well. If none of these topics work for what you want to go over, just hit the other button and type in whatever it is that you've discussed. Then you're going to say what employees attended the training. So for this, we're going to say Adam and his dog Princess. If you go over it as a team, put in everybody's name. If you go over it individually, just put in your name. Then you're going to sign. Wow. I'm not even a doctor, but my signature looks like one. The last component, take a picture of any paper training forms. So if you don't want to do the record keeping on here, if you prefer to have paper forms for this, you're able to upload the image and then we'll take that as well. But you do want to make sure that if you're uploading the image, that you're putting in all the pertinent information from here. A lot of people have submitted paper training attendance forms that say, this is our February training, here's who attended. And so it doesn't have the topic, which is the most important thing, because the board's not going to turn around and say, oh, that was the month that you studied exactly what we're looking for. No. So you need to make sure that you're putting in the topic of the training, you're putting in the date, and then somebody is signing attesting to the fact that this was completed. So these training attendance forms, they're not just for the portal or the monthly videos, they can be used for anything. You should be documenting and maintaining a record of all trainings that you do. So if you do a training outside of this on HIPAA stuff, OSHA stuff, different things around the office, if you're doing monthly trainings, which we see a lot of offices doing, make sure that you're not only doing it, you're also keeping a record of it. That's equally as important. After you've completed this, you're going to submit it. Bada bing. If you ever need record of those trainings, you're going to go to the profile feature. You're going to go to My Entries, extend it 1 day, and then you're going to take a look over at the training attendance form that you just submitted. So if you don't have a record of it, it didn't happen. If you have any other questions about the portal, don't forget to utilize this chat feature to reach out or give me a call. I'm always happy to say hey. Otherwise, you all have a great Thanksgiving and I don't know, a happy new year.